Okay, Shalom, Yasha Allah. It's the brother Amam from the DC camp. Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers out there pushing the work of sincerity and truth. Um, Today's topic is going to be about the people knowing the power, because there's a spiritual, Shatan. Shatan. There's a spiritual sense heightening, a sense going around. What do you have? You have the mark of the beast. Like a lot of people look at that as a spiritual spiritual thought. Or Esau being the wicked. That's taking. That's something, an idea in this world that's a spiritual thought, man. And a lot of these people, their spirituality is going to heighten as those times get closer to Yahushai's return. So I got a few scriptures. I was going to go into Jeroboam in First Kings, and how Jeroboam, he was made king over the 10 tribes. He was an actual Ephraimite, over the 10 tribes, because of Solomon following those other gods, because of the women that he dealt with. The Most High told Solomon that he was going to take the kingdom away from him, and and only leave you with one tribe. I believe, but let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with First Kings. Actually, First Kings 11 verse 29. And it came to pass. Well, this in this chapter it talks about King Solomon's death, and then earlier it talks about Jeroboam. He was a man of war, and then there was an Edomite, and how, because Solomon was worshiping other gods, there was going to be like hinderers. Like there was an Edomite, and then there was that was a hinder unto Israel. But I'm gonna get ahead and start reading. First Kings 11 and 29. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out to Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah, the Shaloite, found him in the way, and he had he had clad himself with a new garment, and they too were alone in the field. And Ahijah came, and Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him, and rent it into 12 pieces, and said unto Jeroboam, take 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee, but he shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, because that they have forsaken me, and have worshipped Ashtoreth and the goddess of Zidonians. So because of they didn't want so I'm gonna read it again. But he shall have one tribe for my servant David. I'm gonna read up. Yeah, because for the servant David, Rehoboam was going to keep one tribe, and Jeroboam was going to keep 10 tribes, right? So then that occurred. It was just some points I just wanted to get. I highlighted them, right? So this is where Jeroboam built the 2 golden calves, right, for Israel to worship. Then Jeroboam built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out from thence, and built panels. And Jeroboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Jeroboam king of Judah, and they will kill me and go against and go again with Jeroboam the Jeroboam king of Judah. Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold, and said to them, It is now too much, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold, thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. And he sent the one to Bethel, and the other and the other put in Dan. Yep. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, and even unto Dan. And he made in house of high places, and placed priests of the lowest of people, which were not of the sons of Levi. So then that's when he started taking things into his own hand, not following the laws and commandments, the statutes and commandments of the Lord, man. So he wanted to do that, So then this is continue on in the story. So this is First Kings, the 14th chapter, the 1st verse. At that time, Ahijah, the son of Jeroboam, fell sick, and Jeroboam said to his wife, Arise, I pray thee, and disguise thyself, that thou be not known to be the wife of Jeroboam, and get thee to Shiloh. Behold, there is Ahijah the prophet, which told me that I should be king over this people, and take thee 10 loaves of cardinals, and a curse of honey, and go to him. He shall tell thee what shall become of the child. So he was inquiring of the child, but why didn't he go to the calves that he made with his hands, and and inquire of them? And Jeroboam's wife did so, and arose and went to Shiloh, and came to the house of Ahijah. But Ahijah could not see, for his eyes were set by reason of his age. And the Lord said unto Ahijah, Behold, okay, I got you. Salaki. And the Lord said unto Ahijah, Behold, the wife of Jeroboam cometh to ask a thing of thee for her son, for he is sick. Thus shalt thou say unto her, for it shall be when she cometh in, that she shall friend herself to be another woman. And it was so, when Ahijah heard the sound of her feet as she came in at the door, that he said, Come in, thou wife of Jeroboam. Why frightenest thou self to be another? For I am sent to thee with heavy tidings. Go tell Jeroboam, thus saith the Lord of Israel, for as much as I exalted thee from among the people, and made thee prince over my people Israel, and rent the kingdom away from the house of David, and gave it thee, and yet thou hast not been as my servant David, who kept my commandments, and who have followed me with his heart, to do that only which was right in my eyes. But thou have done evil above all that were before thee. For thou hast gone and made thee other gods and molten images to provoke me to anger, and hast cast me behind thy back. Therefore, behold, I will bring evil upon the house of Jeroboam, and cut off all Jeroboam him slugging, and will cut off from Jeroboam him that pisseth against the wall, and him that shutteth up the left of Israel, and will take away the remnant of the house of Jeroboam, as a man taketh away dung till it be all gone. You know, let me just keep reading a little just to be sure, just to finish up. He that dieth of Jeroboam in the city shall the dogs eat, and him that dieth of the field shall the fowls of the air eat, and the Lord have spoken it. It says, Arise thou therefore, get thee to thy own house, and when thou feet enter into the city, the child shall die. You know, so that was the outcome of the, when she went back to the city to go see Jeroboam to relay a message. As soon as her footsteps set place in the city, the child was going to die. Verse 13, all Israel shall mourn for him and bury him, for he only, and Jeroboam shall come to the grave, because in him there is found some good thing toward the Lord power of Israel in the house of Jeroboam. Moreover, the Lord have raised him up a king over Israel, who shall cut off the house of Jeroboam that day. But what even now? So what does it matter even now? Because Israel already knows, like I was talking about earlier, that Israel already has a heightened sense of spiritual being. It's just sometimes demons, not sometimes, but demons come upon people, and then have them speak certain different words. So like your feet a little cold. There's winter coming in. Right, man. So that's what happened. But Israel knows. Israel, and scriptures talk about how it does. Gotta get it now. The oxen know of the owner's master's crib, but Israel do not know. O earth, this is Isaiah 1 verse, I'm started 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up the children, and they have rebelled against me. And that's talking about Israel right there, man. They always want to be looking to be saved, but they don't want to keep the commandments. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel do not know. My people do not consider. And that word consider, me and the brother Zional is going into it, is bayan. They don't have discernment of the Lord, man. They can't judge from right from wrong, and that's what the word discernment means, to mean to divide, to make a decision from right and wrong. A sinful nation, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. So they no longer want to deal with the Lord. But when Jacob's trouble come into play, they're gonna know who to go to. They're gonna be inquiring, and this is Hosea 1 verse 6. Come and let us return unto the Lord. Right. So it's come, let us turn unto the Lord, man. They already know that what we're speaking right now is it's empowering, it's enlightened, but the world, what they see through this world is how they see life is through this darkness. They got on glasses of Babylon. For he have torn and he have healed us, right? So he have torn us and he have healed us, right? So he beat us up, but then again he heals us, puts our bones back together. He have smitten and he have bound us up, man. So he has beaten us, and then also he had brought us back together, man. So Israel already knows what time it is, you know. You're gonna definitely know when that power come, man. They know where the power lies, but it's like I'm reading a text message. Yeah, they know where the power lies, man. These people are not retarded, you know. Some are, but this is Psalms 110, verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power and the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning thou has the dew of thy youth. So the people are gonna be willing, man. They're gonna be willing to bend, break, and jump. How high? How fast? How long? They're gonna be asking all those questions. They're gonna want to know. They're gonna be inquiring, man. Because man, Jacob's trouble come into play. Then that's when people are gonna be messed up in the head, man. They ain't gonna be able to think clearly. They're not gonna be thinking straight. I meant to say think straight, thinking straight. But they're not gonna be stable, man. They're gonna be like that. But the men of the Lord are gonna be, like, this is what had to happen. This is what needed to happen, man. For you people to see that there's no other outcome but Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. There's no other hope. There's going to be false hopes that's going to rise and that's going to try to overcome you. But there's only one hope, man. All these other things are made by man and man's hand. Lost track. Let's get, the power. Are people going to be willing to day up our power, man? So when that power comes, yep. We're gonna be the ones. It's like, yeah, I got a little quote off guard, but let's get ahead and get let's just see where that takes us. I wrote some stuff down. I did like multiple topics, so bear with me. I think this might be another topic, 5 and 18. This is Job 5 and 18. For he maketh sore and bendeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. So it's all up to the Lord do those things, man. He makes us whole, man. He bends us up. All the Lord do those things. That's for another topic. But I'm trying to think. So I kind of, let me see. Yeah, man. Man's goings of the Lord. That was one. But I guess that was Salaki Akim. I try to bring the lessons together and make it as potent as possible. But with that, I'm running short on time. Call Halal Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Level honors of apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I hope this was edifying, that you see that people, Jeroboam knew, that the prophet had told him what was going to be bestowed him. So he knew to go back to him and ask the prophet for what was to come to be, for what was to come. Yeah, what was to come, and that's what he got his answer. With that, Shalom again.